Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thank you for watching and subscribing. If you are already a subscriber, thank you for continuously supporting. You can see your girl is trying to be consistent. Just the two of us. 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 So on the topic of love and dating, I feel like how you perceive love from a young age is very important, and the foundations laid for you in terms of dating kind of gives you some tools and understanding of what is love and the kind of love that you would love to project on your life and the kind of love that you do want to attract. Me, at home, I come from a two-parent household, so I guess that kind of gave us like the example of, you know, whole black love, or what it is to have a marriage, etc. And not that my parents' marriage is perfect or anything, like you literally just have to make your own opinion on the kind of love that you want. Early on, my mum, if you come from like an African household, oh my gosh, my mum would always be like, no boyfriends at all. Focus on your studies, focus on school, your time will come. And I always had like older cousins, female cousins, male cousins, illustrated on the fact that we need to stay away from dating. And yeah, so for me, I guess seeing boys or yeah, having like boyfriends, etc. in secondary school, that wasn't really a thing. And also I feel like my school, the guys that were in my school, I don't know whether you can relate, they weren't really checking for black girls. And yeah, it was just a bit weird. I guess maybe that was the phase then where guys would go for like light-skinned girls, mixed race girls, etc. So I don't know whether black was their preference, but black is definitely their preference now. Because we see them hollering so many years later, and it's like, okay. Guys, like to my peers and stuff, like a lot of my friends started dating early, and I would say for myself, I was a late bloomer. For the most part, I feel like it definitely perpetuated negative experiences of men and love for them. Oh, I keep eating this thing. And a lot of my friends now, because they started dating on like at like 14, 15, 16, where you don't really have the tools to navigate what is a relationship, what is love, and what can you give, what can that person give you, and what are your expectations? None. And it's led to a lot of heartbreak, a lot of trauma. What is love? Like, I would always ask myself, what is love? What does love look like for me? And how do I want to receive love? How do I want to give love to someone else? And you have to sit down and ask those questions to yourself. The questions my mum and even myself, I would always ask myself, because love is so different for everyone. We all receive love differently. I think you're thinking, so when did you finally have a boyfriend? So my first boyfriend was around 1920. So first year of uni going into second. So Charlene, my friend Charlene, Dr. Charlene I should say, she was like to us, you guys, you need to download Tinder. Tinder is where it's at, like it's a new app. And we're just thinking, what the hell is Tinder? Okay, I'm gonna download Tinder. She was like, yeah, download Tinder, like that's our way of like going to meet like locals and socializing with people when we do get to Dubai. Yeah, Tinder was like a new app then in 2014, and everyone was pretty much amped that there's like a new dating app, and more innocent then, I would say, than what it is now. So anyway, we're swiping. Oh my gosh. As soon as we all swiped with someone and we liked the person, whether it was a female or male, we would all gather around and we would summon each other about the person and be like, oh my gosh, what's this person about, and what are they like talking about, and what's new, what's on about in Dubai, like what's the nightlife saying. So yeah, we met like some amazing people and some hilarious people. We met one guy called Latif, and Latif, oh my gosh, he took us around Dubai. Like he worked around like the Debenhams of Dubai. So he worked in like a department store in the Emirates Mall, and he gave us like discount for like perfumes, all of this. So it was pretty much like innocent connections that we made. And then we met another girl, and she paid for like drinks for us. And of course we would always meet with these people like in public settings, and you know, there was like 4 of us on this trip, so the likelihood of us being stolen or robbed are pretty much slim to none. So coming back to me now on my Tinder swipe. So anyway, I'm swiping and swiping, and then I see this guy, and he's from London, and I'm thinking, okay. For me at that point, it wasn't like thinking anything romantically. It was more so us like meeting locals and to go out clubbing, and for them to like let us know where to go and what's like popping. So anyway, I then start talking to this guy. You know what, why don't you come to our apartment, we're gonna have drinks, etc. So he then came with his boy, and then yeah, that was like pretty much innocent. And then I came back to the UK, we like just kept talking, and yeah, that led to like a long distance relationship. So yeah, long distance, if you know, that is not easy. Me working part-time, so it's like you don't have a lot of money to support a long distance relationship, and that means like you traveling, and he was already working, like he was a young professional, etc. So we're in 2 different parts of our lives. So I remember one time I wanted to go and see him, and how else was I going to explain to my parents that I've got a boyfriend but on the other side of the world? So I was like to my parents, oh yeah, I'm going. At that point I was working, so I had like a stable income and stuff, I could support myself financially. Out to my friend Himran for holding this one down. I was like, yeah, I'm going on holiday with my friend Himran, we decided we want to go to Dubai, blah blah blah. My parents were just thinking, Dubai last minute like this? Like, it's not one of those countries at your age where you just like hop on the plane last minute. But being the pleasure seeker I am, I was just like, bye. So yeah, I went off to Dubai. So what killed me is that on the trip, my mum and dad, they kept asking me for pictures. And they were like, we want to see pictures of you and your friend. And I just kept sending pictures of me by myself. I'm like, oh, I want to take pictures of us 2 together, so here's a picture of me. I think at that point they were pretty much like suspicious that this girl is definitely on vacation, because her behavior is not making sense. I feel like it was just so organic. And for me with love, I just feel like when you intentionally search for it and you're yearning for it, that's when you come across like the wrong people. And with this, it was just like so innocent, getting to know each other. Like it was just so it was such an amazing getting to know period, because like you're so far away from each other. All the things such as lust, all those equations are literally taken out of it, and you have to solely get to know the person via the medium, which is the phone, FaceTime, all of those things. And you know, you get sent gifts, you send each other gifts, you surprise each other, and it's like, it's just such a lovely relationship. I don't advise long distance. Like, it's a lot of work and you have to be willing to put in the work, but that relationship really taught me to speak up on things that I'm not happy about. So yeah, taking time to understand what you like and what you don't like is definitely a big lesson. Even now, I used to date, let me say used to, because I don't date as much as I used to now, but when I used to actively date and stuff, I would, you know, date several people. Dating, I mean casually, like 3 guys at the same time. And you see, don't let man take you for idiots. You know, getting to know people, going on fun dates, and seeing what you really like. And I feel like that's the beauty of dating. Like, you should enjoy the process and not be so attached to like finding your soulmate. Relationship ended just because of like long distance, and we weren't too sure about where we were going in terms of long distance. That heartbreak, nobody tells you about the heartbreak you endure with your first love. Like, bruh, I lost weight. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous. Like, whew, I wish somebody had prepared me for that. I started going out more, wearing less, like Drake says, and yeah, it was a hot mess. And so you'll be happy to know that I've gone back to Estee Lauder, and I absolutely love this. I have tried to cheat, whereas this absolutely suits my complexion and it lasts the whole day. It doesn't smudge. So I use it in the shade 6W1. Just gonna spray. This part I liked it because I had never been like a size 10 before. And it was like, wow, I can get this slim. Like, I need more heartbreaks. I'm joking. But yeah, like, nobody tells you how to deal with it. And I feel like that's when you discover how you deal with a lot of situations, especially with heartbreak. Like, your life, especially romantically, can go very left in how you deal with situations, and whether it's guys and whether you have rebounds. A lot of females do settle for someone just because they are there, and that is so dangerous because you will fall into the wrong hands of someone. I just feel like I am in a position where I've got my own, and I'm sure you can relate to if you're watching this. Like, you've got your own money. You have grown to love yourself, loving your flaws. Like, you don't seek validation from men. You don't seek validation from other people from love. It's like you've gone through that whole process. So it's like filtering guys should not be, you know, that hard. Sometimes it can be hard if your eyes are not completely open. Like, I feel like that's one thing us women downplay on our intuition. From the moment I started dating, that's one thing I very much got in tune with. Like, people's auras and their vibe. Like, you know, when your energies just like mesh together and there's a sense of compatibility, and whether someone's intentions are for you and whether they have bad intentions for you, and there's just something gravitating towards a positive spirit. And as soon as you get a bad feeling about a guy, sis, run. Just sleep on it thinking, maybe I'm overthinking, you know, this is how I'm self-sabotaging, whatever. Nah, sis, run. That voice in your head and in your heart that is telling you, I have had one experience and I knew this person was not for me. We met like through mutual friends, and I really, really liked this guy. He was cool, he was funny. Guy is Nigerian, just to clarify, so you have some context. Not to say Nigerian guys are bad, but something about their aura just does not mesh well with me. When I went to his house, and he was like, oh, come round my house for the weekend, blah blah blah, and I was like, okay, cool, like, why not? He had planned for us to do something the next day. So this is my first time to his house, and so he lived in a flat. So I get into his room, and there's a 2-litre Evian bottle of water that's been cut up in half, and it has 2 sticks inside and loads of sand and water and ribbons tied around it. And I was just thinking, what the hell is this? I hope this is not judged, because like my head was just spinning. I was just like, gosh. Back to him, an Evian bottle of water cut up in half with sand and sticks inside. And he was like, holy water I used to pray over. Bruh. I was on edge, and I don't even know what courage or why I continued to sleep the night over there. But I prayed. Like a celestial church. So I'm not sure if that's a celestial church kind of thing, for you to cut up Evian bottles of water and have sand inside of it and mud and have ribbons around it. Like, the only thing that was missing from that bottle was probably a picture of me, and, you know, claiming that I'm going to be his something or whatever the case may be. Like, gave me real weird vibes. So yeah, that was my first sign of like intuition telling me to run for the hills. And we're going to go in with the mineralized finish in Dark Deep. I love this. It gives you a really nice coverage and finish. I can't believe I used to walk around with lipstick like this without any lip liner. Like, that is a warrant to arrest me. I like this. Question is, am I still single? Sister is dating, and I am dating someone, and I am happy. Black people don't blush, but I'm blushing. I have this colloquial term called strategically positioning yourself. If you have a guy who you fancy and, you know, he happens to fancy you, like, girl, shoot your shot. I don't see why not. I'm shoot. So just a little bit and just go in like that. If you wear wigs like me, you'll find that sometimes you have flyaways, and this Care wax stick helps to eliminate those flyaways. So help of this, as you can see, those flyaways are slowly going.
We gotta go for all we know. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us.
This is the finished look. You are worthy, and you are worthy of all that you want and all that your heart desires. My number one candidate. Don't keep me waiting. And just continue to remember that you're a queen. Treat your body, treat your mind, treat your space with so much respect. Like, peace is more important and sanity than over a man who cannot even give you or treat you with the bare minimum of respect. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe and share. Bye.